Hello friends, welcome in today's lecture. Today we will start our fifth chapter, that is interacting with the database. This chapter having 12 marks. First see the content of the interacting with the database chapter. There are total 5 points is there. First we will see introduction to the JDBC and ODBC. Now next point we will study about JDBC architecture. In that we will study 2-tier architecture and the 3-tier architecture. Then third point is types of JDBC drivers. Now next 5.4 point is the driver interface and the driver manager class, connection interface, statement interface and prepared statement interface. And last we study about some programs, that is the essential JDBC program. Let us start our first point, introduction to the JDBC and ODBC. First see what is the JDBC and ODBC. Nowadays the very small application or small project to high level application everywhere uses the database. So interacting with the database require the database connectivity, and which can be achieved by using the JDBC or the ODBC. So to interact with the database it requires the database connectivity, and for that use the Java database or the Open Database Connectivity. So ODBC stands for Open Database Connectivity. It is a SQL based application programming interface, that is API, created by the Microsoft, and that is used by the Windows software application to access the database via SQL. Using the ODBC driver interface, an application can access the data present in the database management system, that is a DBMS. For accessing the data from the DBMS, we normally make use the structured query language statement, which is known as the SQL queries. So for accessing the data we use the SQL queries, and for connecting with the database we need to JDBC or ODBC. First see ODBC. ODBC stands for the Open Database Connectivity. It is an API and it is created by the Microsoft, that is used by the Windows software application to access the database via SQL. Next see what is the JDBC. Java Database Connectivity is an application programming interface, that is an API used to connect the Java application with the database. So JDBC can connect the Java application with the database. JDBC is an SQL based API created by the Sun Microsystem to enable the Java application to use the SQL for the database access. So JDBC is created by the Sun Microsystem. JDBC is used to interact with the various type of databases such as Oracle, MS Access, MS SQL and SQL Server. Here in this chapter we use the MS Access. JDBC can also be defined as a platform independent interface between a relation database and the Java programming. JDBC allows Java program to execute a SQL statement and retrieve the result from the database. The JDBC API consists of classes and methods that are used to perform various operations like a connect, read, write and store the data in the database. So to perform a database program we need to implement the SQL queries. Also, the JDBC is an API that can access any kind of a tabular data, essentially data stored in the relational database. JDBC is a work as a Java application on a variety of platforms such as the Windows OS or various version of a Unix operating system. The JDBC have many characteristics, that is it supports the wide variety of level of the portability. Also it provides the support for the ODBC using the JDBC ODBC bridge or the driver. It provides the support for the using SQL statement that is responsible for entire communication with the database. So it is all about JDBC and ODBC. You can get the idea of how to JDBC connect the Java application to the database showing the below figure. So see first Java application, then JDBC API, then driver manager, After that, using the JDBC driver, we access the database. So this figure shows that the connect the Java application to the database. So when you connect the Java application to the database, we need to first connect the JDBC API, then use the driver manager, and after that, using the JDBC driver, the driver manager access the database. Next, see the difference between the ODBC and JDBC. ODBC stands for the Open Database Connectivity. JDBC stands for the Java Database Connectivity. ODBC introduced by the Microsoft in the 1992. JDBC introduced by the Sun Microsoft System in the 1997. In ODBC, we can use the ODBC for any language like the C, C++, Java, etc. In JDBC, we can use the JDBC only for the Java language. In ODBC, we can choose the ODBC only a Windows platform. In JDBC, we can use the JDBC in any platform. In ODBC, mostly ODBC driver developed in the native language like the C or C++. In JDBC, only a database connectivity is there. In the ODBC, for the Java application, it is not recommended to use the ODBC because the performance will be get down due to the internal conversation and application will become a platform dependent. So ODBC is a platform dependent, and in the JDBC for Java application it is highly recommended to use the JDBC because there is no performance and platform dependent problem. So JDBC is a platform independent. ODBC is a procedural language and JDBC is an object-oriented language. This is the difference between the ODBC and JDBC. Now next point is the JDBC architecture. The JDBC architecture contains the 2-tier architecture and the 3-tier architecture. The role of the JDBC driver is to process the SQL request and generate the result according to the query. So main use of the JDBC driver is to process the SQL statement or the queries and generate the result according to the particular query. JDBC API provides the classes and interfaces to handle the database specific call from the user. So JDBC provides one type of API that provides it consists of classes and interfaces. JDBC supports the 2 types of processing model for the accessing the database. That is the first one, 2-tier model, and second is the 3-tier model. First see 2-tier model or 2-tier architecture. In the 2-tier architecture, the Java program or application to directly communicate with the database, and for this communication the JDBC driver API is required. So in the 2-tier, connect with the database is directly. So Java application or program can directly communicate with the database. Query is sent to the user, means query is sent by the user to the database and result is received back to the user. Means first user can send the query to the database and after that database give the result back to the user. The database may be present on the same machine or any remote machine connected via a network, and this approach is called as a client-server architecture or the configuration. In the 2-tier architecture, it provides the direct communication between the Java application to the database, and it requires the JDBC driver that can help to communicate with the particular database. The JDBC driver is nothing but the JDBC API. See the diagram. This diagram shows the 2-tier architecture model, working of the 2-tier architecture model. First, Java application is there, and Java application access the database through the JDBC API. So this figure shows the 2-tier architecture. Next, see 3-tier architecture. In this 3-tier architecture, there is no direct communication with the database. So HTML browser is used, and that browser will send the request to the Java application first, and the Java application will then communicate with the database through a JDBC API. So in the 3-tier architecture, HTML browser is used to send the request to the Java application, and after that Java application communicate with the database through a JDBC API. Database processes the request and send the result back to the middle tier, which then communicate with the user. It increases the performance and simplifies the application development. See, this figure shows the working of the three-tier architecture. First, here HTML browser is there. HTML browser send the request to the Java application, and after that Java application access the database through a JDBC API. So, in the three-tier model, commands are sent by the HTML browser to the middle server, that is a Java application, and which then send command to the particular database. The middle tier has been written in a C or the C++ language, and it can also provide a better performance. So, there are total 2 JDBC architecture. First is 2-tier architecture and second is 3-tier architecture. 2-tier architecture provide the direct communication between the Java application to the database, and in the 3-tier architecture the middleware is used on, that is a HTML browser, and HTML browser send the request to the Java application, and after that Java application communicate with the database through a JDBC API. So in this lecture we will study first introduction to JDBC and ODBC, and next point is the types of architecture. In the next lecture we will see different types of the JDBC drivers.